Yeah, out here in East New York with Ty Blizzy Black Lives Matters. Um, one of the main organizers on the ground out here in New York City, or especially in East New York, holding down Akai Gurley's family, and even making moves over in Staten Island to hold down the Garners. And I just want to make sure that we acknowledge her, acknowledge the work she's doing, and that everyone knows about the things that are coming up, so we can stand in solidarity and leverage our power. Ty Blizzy, what's up?
Yeah, peace. So basically, what's coming up immediately this weekend is Legacy Garner's weekend. So on Friday, we're marching behind her. She'll take the lead. She's a baby, but it's like when you see her and you just pick up on her spirit, she's so powerful. It's like she knows exactly what time it is and she knows what's going on.
Right.
So she'll lead the march. And Staten Island hasn't really got that revolutionary spirit. When I do my marches, we take the streets.
But Legacy is from here in East New York, or her dad.
Her dad is from Brooklyn, but then he moved later on in his life. He moved to Staten Island.
Okay.
So he's from Brooklyn. I believe the Gowanus area.
He was shot and killed by the NYPD here in Brooklyn, right?
No, in Brooklyn, November 20th, 2014, Akai Gurley was shot in Brooklyn in the East New York Pink
we're
Houses.
talking about Eric Garner. Yeah.
Now, Eric Garner, he was choked by NYPD on Staten Island on Bay Street. The video is all over the internet. Everybody's seen it. And even though there was a video, the grand jury still came back with no indictment, nothing, no kind of charges.
I was trying to get clear on who Legacy's dad was.
Yeah, Legacy, she's Legacy Garner.
Okay, right.
So Legacy Garner, this is her weekend coming up. Her march is on Friday. We're going to march from the home that her mom and dad shared down to the spot where the police murdered him at.
Right.
And then the next day, we're doing a benefit event for her on Staten Island. It's at #bar. The benefit event is to, firstly, we do revolutionary parties so that we can...
Power to the people.
Yeah, marches is the way that we meet each other. So that's a way of us having social events too. So it's like a revolutionary party, and the funds will go to throwing a nice birthday party for Legacy. This is her first birthday ever. So, and she's been through a lot. So she definitely deserves it. So the party will be from the movement. It'd be no organizations in particular, just the movement on a whole. So the movement in Ferguson, the movement in Ohio, anywhere.
Ferguson to New York.
Yeah, everywhere that the movement is at. This is from us to Legacy. And I also do the Buy Black tour. So this is how this ties in perfectly. Yeah, Buy Black. This is how it ties in perfectly. On Sunday, I'm doing the Harlem edition. I did Brooklyn last month. Now, in Harlem, there's a Grandma's Place. Is a black toy store. They have toys and books. So I spoke to them. We're going in there, and I told her from the
Support your
fundraiser,
black toy store. It's called Grandma's Toys in Harlem, huh?
Grandma's Place.
Grandma's Place.
So I told her from the amount of funds that's supposed to be from the benefit event that go towards getting her toys, we'll shop at her place. And she also said, well, I'll even send Legacy a gift from the toy store for her birthday. So the unity is definitely beautiful in this building.
Right.
And one more thing, we actually are not only uniting, as the adults, we're uniting the babies.
Right.
So Kyla, which is Akai Gurley's daughter, unites with Legacy. So she'll be there on Saturday. Legacy was at Kyla's benefit event that we did on March 28th.
And why do you think it's so important to why is it so important to you to like make sure you hold Legacy down and you make sure that her like how you've been doing and making sure you let people know
that's
who
the
she
babies,
is.
And I think that that's one thing that we don't really place more emphasis on, but we haven't really seen them leave the babies behind in New York, but as a whole, wherever the situation is going on, these babies have to be covered down on. And when I say Black Lives Matter, I mean they matter even outside of police brutality. So I feel even more convicted and connected to Kyla and Legacy because when I was 1 year old, right before I turned 1, my dad was murdered. it wasn't through police brutality, but it was still through an internal issue amongst us as black people,
white
which
supremacy,
is all
white supremacy.
it's all systematic.
Right.
Even the reason why we have conflict so much in our communities
our conditioning has been conditioned.
Exactly. So when I see these babies and their mom, I identify with them from me and my mom, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, and I know that you're supposed to cover down. You cover down on the babies. That's what we're supposed to do as the adults. Now, in doing that, everything else will fall in place. You know, the babies come first and foremost, and the whole village will fall in line behind
the people who need the most help need the most attention.
Yeah.
And that's what I be trying to get across on the social justice team when we start talking about all these forms of choice activism, from like environmentalism to, you know, whatever, all the choice issues. Like, you know, Black Lives Matter has to come first.
Definitely. What else are we talking about here?
People want to talk about anti-capitalism and turn up on the bankers with shit. Like we've been cool. We just want to be able to breathe first.
Yeah, all of that fall into Black Lives Matters, and I think that with attacking capitalism, because you could have black capitalism too.
Right.
But in attacking that, you want to build our economics from the ground up, which is why I work with these black-owned businesses. I'm going borough to borough, and we actually go into stores and have conversations with these business owners to make sure that they're on the right page, because you can be a black business owner and not even know knowledge of self and self-love and the importance of unity amongst us. So we picking the ones that know what time it is. You know,
you want to go ahead and send a shout out to black businesses or anybody that you be interested in working with, and you think, you know.
Yeah, we're going to make a round table from doing the black-owned business Buy Black tour in Brooklyn last month. I had already known of the Nation of Islam bookstore, which they have stuff for everybody in there, not just Muslims. But it's called Respect for Life Books and Things. It's on Nostrand and Herkimer. And the product that really is important to me that they have in there is a black-owned, black-manufactured tissue line. It's called Freedom Paper. So I felt like that product should just be the tissue that we use, you know what I'm saying? Now, I haven't had a chance to get down to Canarsie. I've been hearing that there's a black-owned grocery store started there. So even though we already did Brooklyn, I'm just doing borough to borough to get a sense of what's going on. And then after all the boroughs are done, I'll bring it all together with the most promising business owners. And even if I pass that borough and I go back, you know, and I don't document it, but I'm still, you know, paying attention to what's going on. So I definitely have to check out that black grocery store, because I've never seen one of those. And I think that the tissue, the black-owned tissue paper, while I know that should be sold there instead of Scott and Markel and all these.
Right. So, real quick, if there's like anything that's needed, like for the things you got coming up as far as the actions, or just long term want to build people, can you go ahead and drop that, like if you need like some kind of solidarity or some kind of resources, or who you want to build with, and then leave some contact information to be able, people to be able to reach you, and like event pages and stuff.
Well, for the marches, we always need solidarity and bodies.
But what are the dates and times on the marches?
Well, the next march is March 28th. The next march is it is the 27th. Pardon me. Yeah, okay. It's March 27th, which is this Friday.
Okay.
That's on Legacy Garner's page. So on Facebook, that's The Legacy Eric Garner Left Behind, and then on Twitter we're using the hashtag Legacy Garner.
Right.
It's a lot of marches coming up, so I guess I'll go out and put it up there. After this march on Friday, the next march in Staten Island will be April 17th. April 17th makes 9 months since the murder of Eric Garner, and we're gonna keep fighting for justice as a people on the streets.
This stops today.
And through they challenging their legal system.
Right.
Now, not only should the police be held accountable, when EMS got on the scene, they didn't even attempt to give him any mouth-to-mouth. Sometimes people could be revived.
Same thing with Antonio Martin in Ferguson. How they shot that boy and sit there and let him suffocate.
Yeah. It's negligent. So it's like they're executing.
Right.
They're not just, this is no accidents.
Right.
So on April 17th, we're highlighting the EMS workers part that they did not play in saving Eric Garner. So that's what that march will be revolved around. Now, to bring it back to Brooklyn, on May 14th, Officer Peter Lang, his trial begins. So we're going to be marching at the courthouse on 320 J Street out here in Brooklyn. And then a couple days later, on May 20th, that will make 6 months since Akai Gurley was murdered by Officer Peter Lang. So we're going to do an all-white march from the building he was murdered in down to the precinct
that held. Pink houses?
Yeah.
Right.
Down to the precinct that held.
Is that in this neighborhood somewhere?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the
we're
next...
We're going to have to get by there so you can show me what that look like.
Oh, definitely. We could definitely shoot over there. But, yeah, the march on April 17th, that's going to be an all-black march. And then the march on May 20th for Akai is going to be all-white. Again, we're doing a benefit event for Legacy on the 28th in Staten Island. Now, we definitely would need solidarity for that. People come out and support. The admission is $15. The admission comes with a free plate of food with a dinner. We're also raffling a brand new tablet. So you participate in the raffle. You could possibly win one.
Can you drop some contact information for people to reach out to you? Email address, phone, Twitter, all that?
Yeah, well, okay, my email address is tyblack.yc@gmail.com.
Spell it out, please.
TYBLACK.YCTB. Matter of fact, because that's confusing, just add me on Facebook, Ty Blizzy Black. Inbox me, yeah, BLIZZY. So Ty Blizzy Black. That's the easiest way.
Right.
Just inbox me, and I share everything on my Facebook there. And I have a lot of different pages. So from my personal page, you can see my posts, and you know which page to go and like.
Right.
Now, if you're on Twitter, I'm Queen_Blizzy. So
how you spell Blizzy?
BLIZZY.
Right.
So yeah, back to the benefit event on Saturday. As well as activism, I do hip hop music. My hip hop music is activism. So I have a record called Killer Cops, and I perform it at the benefit events. You know, the revolutionary people love it. Yeah, Killer Cops. There's a video for it on YouTube, and I'll be performing that at Legacy's event. Also have a record called Dara Kyla.
Ty Blizzy, Killer Cops on YouTube?
Yeah.
Right.
I have a record called Dara Kyla, so that's dedicated to Akai Gurley, and I perform that at the benefit events as well. So those are the two records to definitely check for, and you'll see performances of that there. The people love it, so come, and participate. It's a, revolutionary party.
That's what's up. Talal, Systematic Freedom, Ty Blizzy Black, Ferguson to New York.